Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Flight 96 podcast. I'm your host, Hunter Foreman, and today, such a momentous occasion. Today I'm a little surprised right now because, while Hope Bostick is in the building, yes, she's back on the show, yes, she brought along a surprise, which is always good because I sometimes like surprises and sometimes I don't, but this is a surprise I actually like because, ladies and gentlemen, back in the building for like the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th time, ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Monroe is here. So Hope, how are you, first of all?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good because we've been talking about doing this and you coming back on the show for at least a couple weeks. And first off, I want to say two things. First of all, I'd like to apologize because I've been preoccupied with, I don't know, I just got my degree a couple
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got my degree a couple days ago, so I've been trying to just bust that out. And I've just been trying to, of course, I went to Houston a couple months ago, and I've been trying to get my name in So I've been trying to get my name in this whole battle rap stuff and really just talking to a whole bunch of people, and that's what I've been doing. But I came back to the root, back to the room where everything happens, and we have a lot to speak about. So, first things first, what is new?
Nothing. Nothing.
So nothing. You just doing the same
old. Still going to school. Working. That's about it.
That's just being adulting.
Yeah.
How's the family?
They're great.
That's good because I remember last time you really went in depth on how they mean a lot to you. So I figured, of course.
Yeah, my dad's great. Ross got married, which is really cool to watch. And then my dad's still doing really good. Really good. He has a really awesome girlfriend. I just had a niece.
Can we talk about it? Because I have a 2-year-old niece, and
all I had was nephews until 3 days ago.
So the streak finally ended.
Yeah. So it's really weird actually having a girl even holding her. I was like, oh my god, this is a little girl. I was so much more excited.
You get to mold her now.
Yeah.
And
really cool.
This is whose?
Blake's. So Blake has 3 boys, and then he just had a girl, and then my other 2 siblings, they have little boys too. So Blake has 4 kids.
So he broke. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He broke the streak of
cool.
having. And one thing that we did not get to speak about, which I went back and actually listened to, was For Your Love of UFC.
Yes.
And I did, and we would have tiny conversations here and there about it, but we didn't actually get a chance to really sit down and really talk about what interests you about it, what why you love it so much. So let's just start there.
Yeah, why I like it so much. I don't really know. I think it's honestly, I think it's really the sport, obviously, that nobody really knows about. And it's so many sports combined.
Of course.
And people don't really know that. It gets under my skin. People are like, UFC, that's a hard sport. I'm like, that's not a sport.
It's multiple things.
MMA.
It's multiple
UFC
disciplines and mixed into one.
And UFC is just the greatest organization of MMA. That MMA gets to
to participate. But do you actually
I like all MMA.
Okay, I understand.
So Bellator, Invicta.
We can talk about
I like all that. But UFC, so a bunch of the up-and-comers, I've already known them, and it gets on my nerves when people are bandwagoners. But whatever, they're everywhere. But yes, UFC is by far my favorite organization for MMA.
Yes.
But MMA, I don't know. I feel like I've done it, been so drawn to MMA for so long.
Have you ever been to an event?
I have been, not to a UFC event, but I have been to, a cage fight, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So
it was really...
What's the atmosphere like that for a person who hasn't been?
It's at the Bomb Factory, so it was cool anyway to watch, but it was pretty cool. It was exactly what I expected, and I mean, I feel like I'm not very girly in the sense, as, that stuff doesn't gross me out or freak me out. Or Taylor or Jana will be like, oh my god, there's blood. They're getting punched in the face. I'm like, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Now, of course, I have to ask the basic question. Yeah. Who's your favorite fighter?
Oh god.
Or just narrow it down to maybe 3.
I have a couple. My favorite female fighter.
I want to hear this because I want to have this conversation.
It will probably have to be Joanna and Jacek.
It's not the answer that I was expecting.
No.
Go ahead.
I have to give Ronda Rousey a lot of kudos because I actually really, really, really like her. I think she's done a lot for the sport.
We can talk about her current status in a second.
No, we sure can.
We can talk about it in a second.
Yes.
So,
but she's done a lot. Not just
she
for
just went into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but she's done a lot, not just for the women, because I'm not a super big feminist.
Which is interesting because I feel like you love women's MMA just as much as you love MMA as a whole.
I do, but I'm not a feminist at all, actually.
That's interesting. That's I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah.
Holding up that fist.
Taylor isn't either. We're not really.
But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
No, because at the same time, I'm not dissing on feminists. I'm gonna get so much heat for this, but feminists think that just because you support women that you have to bash men in the process, and I don't agree with that.
So you believe in an even playing field.
Yeah, I do. But I also think that they drag it out like women have it so hard, and honestly, we really don't. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Like what
y'all did have to fight for y'all's own rights for
but so did African Americans.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Yeah, but that's a deal.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, women can do anything men can do, especially combat sports.
Facts.
I completely agree.
Any kind of sport, actually.
But especially combat sports, since we're talking about that. Actually, I think women perform almost better than the men a lot of the times in combat sports. But I also think that if you're going to support women, then you need to support men as well. Like, don't be a hypocrite and don't drag men's name down in the process.
And same thing,
and
vice versa.
Yeah,
okay,
we wouldn't be here without men. Yeah, we wouldn't be here.
Well, of course, scientifically, but like
in sports-wise, either women wouldn't. Since we're talking
think about all the great female athletes, not just in UFC. We have JJ, we have Ronda Rousey, we have Diana Taurasi, we have
Gina Carano.
both Williams sisters, both Williams sisters, Lisa Leslie. Like I could go about women's athletes all day long. Any women that's in the WWE right now, like even outside of that, like I guess I'm like women. The women's sports revolution specifically. I've loved watching it since I don't know when the actual like beginning was, but it's so interesting because it's like y'all packed it really together and just like, okay, we're no longer gonna be just taken as the sideshow, like we're just gonna be like,
and they bring it in every sport. Women bring it.
Oh, it's awesome.
Specifically,
love it.
UFC. I think Ronda Rousey did a lot for the women in the women.
She was the first like woman sanctioned champion.
Yeah. I think she did just as much for the men though as the women, and I think that's why she has so much respect.
She's a pioneer.
She has so much respect from everybody.
Of course, she demands respect.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the vibe that she gives off. Yeah, of course.
But my favorite fighter, I don't think she'd be my favorite fighter though.
But you have a ton of respect.
I really like her. I like what she stands for. She's a very good athlete. She's very high level athlete.
She's former Olympian.
Yeah. My favorite fighter.
We talked about JJ.
Definitely
being the female.
JJ.
What about male?
Male. There's a couple. Uriah Faber was probably one of the first ones that I've watched. Probably I was like 10, maybe.
What is that? That's featherweight.
Yeah, he's a bantam. Yeah, he moved down to bantamweight. I love him. Love everything about him. I also obviously I love Connor.
Oh, okay.
Who doesn't?
But we'll talk about Connor in a couple of minutes.
I love John Jones, Daniel Cormier. I love Cody. I love all of them.
All right. So
did you watch that fight?
Oh, of course I did. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
I watched Garbrandt versus Dillashaw. Yeah. Now, my thing with grudge matches when it comes to MMA is that I think it's just an added advantage for if you know what I'm saying, if Dana White books a grudge match, that's a spike in sales just
as it is.
Just as it is.
Yeah.
So when I see Garbrandt Dillashaw, Cormier Jones, even for a tiny bit, would it be? I would say what would be what's another good question? Jose and Connor.
Yeah,
like when you see grudge matches happen, it's like these dudes don't like each other, and then it takes the entertainment aspect out, or it reduces it just a tad, so where it's like these dudes really want to
like
they want to throw, they legitimately want to throw hands. So it's like, and of course us as the animals that we are, it's like, okay, I got popcorn ready, let's go, and we love it. So from a non-drama standpoint, I look at fights like Chuck Liddell versus Vanderlei Silva. Yep. I look at fights like Alexander Gustafsson versus John Jones.
Yep.
I look at those, and it's like those two are just the best in their division.
And
they're going up against each other. And I think that is also, I mean, of course, that spikes itself as well, but there's just something about a grudge match.
Yeah.
Whether it's for a title or not, it's just...
It's because we're animals.
We're animals. And I feel like you have to be an animal to even be even involved in the UFC.
Yeah, I agree.
So my question to you is, what is your favorite fight that you've ever seen?
That I've watched.
What's the one where you can literally say, like, I would watch that?
Or just...
Oh, we're getting in depth.
Like, stylistically, or, like, I want to watch some grudge. That was my favorite grudge match.
We can do both. I would say...
in general.
Or, yeah, just in general.
In general, my favorite fight that I've probably watched, where I was... Oh, God, that's so hard. I think I love any Brian Ortega fight. He surprises you every time.
That's a new one.
I love Brian Ortega. Any Conor fight.
Okay, I'm at something right there.
Yeah. Well, okay. The best fight I've ever seen.
From Conor, or are we just... Okay, the best... Because I have mine. Mine.
What's yours?
Chuck Liddell versus Vanderlei Silva, easy.
I don't know if that's the best one I've ever watched.
But you have to look at the magnitude. Okay, when you think of a fight, and you think of anything, whether it's in professional wrestling, or whether you look at it as a fight, whether you look at it as a debate, you can't look at it specifically just two people.
Yeah.
You have to look at the story, around it. You have to. Everything has a storyline. Everything has a storyline. So you have to look at it around it. Chuck Liddell and Vanderlei Silva were at one point in time the two best fighters in the world in different promotions.
Yeah.
Vanderlei was in Pride, and Chuck Liddell was in UFC. So, from that standpoint alone, I was like, this isn't okay. I'm interested. So, when I saw it, and they were just beating the holy hell out of each other, and it's like, we expected this. This was Vanderlei's return to the UFC because he had fought in the UFC very, very early. And he had fought Tito Ortiz and Vitor Belfort very early in their careers. So it's like when I figured out that this was happening, I was like, this is like kid that's best in the best football team that's in this town versus the best football team in this town. Let's see who's the best, there was no, I don't even think there was any grudge between
I don't think so either.
But it was just the pure fact that it's literally the two best
in the world
fighting each other in the same cage, in the same, it's stuff like that that's like, okay, like you're even excited, but even before the fight starts, you're like, I'm ready to go, and then the fight happens and it lives up to expectations, because it was a striking match.
But also, I do think that has a lot to do, like, that reminds me a lot of, even though they don't like each other whatsoever, you're talking about two very high-level athletes. Okay, DC and John Jones. Before DC got knocked out, he was whooping John Jones' ass.
Yes, of course.
So, but, I think about that with a lot of people, too, even if I like them or if I don't. Like, two good fights, I think those happen a lot more these days because there's so many more athletes and the sport has evolved so much.
Very.
I think that once you're in the top 5, I think you should probably go ahead and start considering yourself a title shot because they're all so high level. They're all number 1 in the world.
See, the thing is that why I like the UFC so much is because every body wants to be the best.
Yeah, everybody. And
there's nobody that wants to just settle for number 3 or 4, and you really can't.
You can't. The sport will literally pass you up.
Exactly, and when people make the comparisons in mention and competition between UFC and the WWE, I don't see that because it's two different complete worlds. Now, from a promotion aspect, from a entertainment aspect, because there's entertainment in the UFC, of course, you look at it and it's like, okay, I can see why. But when things like Brock Lesnar jumping in a UFC ring while still contracted, not only contracted by still contracted by the UFC or by the WWE, but is their main champion, the main guy, right? That bothers me because as a professional wrestling fan, like I am, seeing somebody who you value a lot go to one of your competitors, whether you look at them as a competitor as or not, makes me look at you as an owner, because it's like, how do you value the rest of your roster?
Yeah.
That brings up the picking favorites and the favoritism and excuse me, what's the word? Nepotism, I think is the word I'm looking for. You look at that and it's like, what? I watched that and I was like, this is stupid.
Oh my god, I was so mad because I'm not a WWE
exactly.
fan.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
and I'm glad you're here so we can have this dialogue, because you're on one side and I'm on the side where it's kind of like, I'm a fan of both sports. Yeah. I'm a fan of both sports, but I see what
you're saying.
I've been watching wrestling since 2001, and I've done and you know
God, I
me.
was like 2.
Yeah, since 2000, and I've been watching when you know, and both of you know me as a person, is if I like something, I'm going to learn everything and anything about it, and I will do my research until I can't find anything else to know. Yeah. So I've gained so much knowledge from that point till now, where in my mind I'm thinking, oh, okay, from a casual fan, I'm thinking, why is he here? I thought he was just on WWE a couple times. But in my mind, I'm thinking, what is going on? Listen, okay, so before I even get to the point that I'm fixing to make, there is a charger. There's a charger that needs to be plugged in, because I feel like I'm going to have to do this. So give me 1 second.
Okay. He left us in here by ourselves, Taylor. We're taking over!
Yes, you are. You can promote anything that you want right now.
There's a follow me on Twitter.
Well, both of them are on Twitter, even though Taylor doesn't, tweet or do anything for that matter. She just kind of hangs out with her major league boyfriend.
Stop.
I almost said minor league, but I didn't want to be a dick. So what I was saying was, when I look at that and I'm sitting here kind of as a fan, why is this happening? You took your main champion, the guy that you paid, more. He's getting paid more than anybody on that roster, and that roster whoops their ass. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how you look at the sport. To be a wrestler, to be any type of athlete, whether it's scripted or not, those guys have to bust their ass. Yeah,
it's physical work.
They work. There's no off season.
No.
They work about 200 to 300 days a year. So it's that makes me look at Vince like Vince doesn't care about the rest of his roster.
Yeah.
And that bothers me, because it's you got this guy over here busting his ass every taping of Monday Night Raw. He's there every week, but Brock doesn't show up, and then all of a sudden when he doesn't show up, he shows up on UFC pay-per-view. What?
Yeah.
So let's play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
You are the other side of me. So where do you see when you saw that, what was going through your brain?
I was literally like, what are you doing? First off, let's just clear the air that DC would whoop his ass.
I would give DC the win, but I don't think he can knock him out though. I don't think so. He can out-wrestle. I think he can out-wrestle.
I think so too. And also, Brock he isn't a clean athlete, which
we know that
that's a different subject anyway. But okay, since I'm not saying wrestling isn't entertaining and everything like that, and I'm not saying that they don't have to work out and go to work and work hard and all the entertainment side of it. But since I do value MMA and traditional,
that's just your preference.
MMA,
and I respect
that it's a little disrespectful, especially if you do have a traditional background. I think it's a little disrespectful and a little stupid.
Yes.
Like, put the entertainment aside because MMA is such a good sport.
It's a very serious sport
and
as well.
it's a very serious sport. I don't know. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way on Brock's part. I don't know anything about.
Yes, his situation,
yeah.
which I will. Okay, so basically, the big spectacle that is WrestleMania is where Brock was supposed to drop the belt, where the universal, which is called the Universal belt. It's the main. He's the main guy. He's the main eventer. He's the champion. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy that's been pushed as the beast, the beast incarnate, as Paul Heyman would say. And that when I watched, it was 34. It was WrestleMania 34, and I watched that main event between him and Roman Reigns, and I watched it, and I was like, the hell did I just watch? First of all, my sources was basically stating like, okay, Brock's gonna drop the belt. Brock's gonna drop the belt, go to UFC because we've been hearing about that he's about to go to the UFC.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't. And what happens is, and this is legitimately that happened. And the finish was he hit his finisher like 5 times. Roman kept kicking out, and it's like and then legitimately takes one of his elbows and splits Roman literally across the hairline.
Yeah.
And blood starts dripping, but in the way that, and I commend Roman for handling this, he let the adrenaline get to him, and it's not like he's like, oh, like, done. Like, he let the adrenaline to him, and it was just like, he was just like, let's see, he's like, yeah, and then walks into another F5, 1, 2, 3, and it's over, and I'm like, what was the meaning of this? Like, what was the end game of this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. So, and then Brock doesn't show up for almost 3 pay-per-views. He doesn't. What happens is they go to Saudi Arabia for the greatest Royal Rumble, and they have a cage match between Roman and Brock. Brock is the way the cage is set up is that you have the ropes. The ropes are inside the cage, and Roman spears Brock through the cage, and you can clearly in the rules of a cage match are so easy to understand. I don't know how the writers looked at the footage and was like, yeah, he won, but Brock still has the title. Why do we call this so quick? Because they were quick to give Brock the win. Basically, Brock gets speared through the cage. The cage collapses. One of the cage walls falls. Brock's feet are laying on the wall.
Uh-huh.
Roman's feet are on the ground. So by technically, Roman won. But they were so quick to give Brock the win, and it's like, what? I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't understand anything about.
And I'm giving you an insight of how this works, coming from the type of fan that I am. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, where is this supposed to go? And then he loses again, then later that year, and then he finally dropped the belt at SummerSlam, which was last week, and he basically, like, the way that they painted Brock, they made it's both a horrible mistake and a genius work, because it's like you're making Brock seem like he just doesn't give 2 fucks.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to be here. He just literally legitimately does whatever he wants. I mean, there was a segment where he's backstage and talking to Paul, like, hey, go give me a steak, baked potato, boiled broccoli. Like, he was just kind of being like, I don't want to go out there. I don't want to go out to the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be here. There was 2 pay-per-views where they basically had to scramble and find the main event. Or it's separated, WWE separated into 2 brands. Or they had to go with the other brand, SmackDown, to give them a main event. So it's like, what? Like, and you look at this, and it's like, you're just going to sit here and tell me that you value him, but you're going to let him go to UFC and push Dana White. By the way, you're a PG show, and Brock's letting F-bombs fly.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of, we can cuss on here, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I heard you say the F-bomb, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm clear.
Yeah.
Not that I say the F-bomb, but
I say the F-bomb. But go ahead.
I fucking do.
That was great. I love it. I love it. But go ahead.
Yeah,
what were you gonna say?
No, I was just curious.
Oh no,
Yeah.
but he's dropping F bombs like everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
That's what I'm saying. He just rubs me the wrong way. And I don't know. I've really just never been a fan of him, really in general.
Mm-hmm.
Also because I don't know anything about him.
Yeah,
either.
because he spent most of his career over in WWE,
Yeah.
and he was a national. He was a collegiate champion. He was NCAA champion in wrestling. You know, he has accolades that are legitimate.
Yeah, he does.
He has a legitimate record of being fantastic. He has proof that he's a legitimate athlete, and he's a very good athlete to me, I think.
Yeah.
So, my question to you is, seeing as how you don't know anything about where I'm coming from, now that I've told you all this information, what is your assessment about how you think Brock feels about business?
I don't think he gives a shit about anybody's business, honestly.
So you legitimately think he?
I think he's going where he thinks the money's at.
Okay.
Or where the entertainment's at, or like where he thinks he can present himself.
Yes.
Because if he shows up to a UFC fight, it's not like he's gonna have a certain contract. He'll probably have maybe a 3-fight contract in UFC.
And that's another thing why I like. There's also that's a huge difference between WWE. WWE does their contracts by year.
Yeah, they don't.
UFC doesn't.
Unless
UFC does it by fights, unless it's like a big.
Obviously, if it's a big deal or
a very. Like I guarantee you, Connor's on a yearly contract.
Connor owns half the UFC. Let's just go ahead and say that.
Why do you think that?
He does.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How do you mean he owns half the UFC?
Like, Mark Wahlberg has a share in the UFC too. Did you know that?
I can see that.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
I didn't know that, but I can see that.
My baby has a
Marky Mark.
Yes, he has.
One of my favorite actors.
Oh,
ever, hands down. He has a share in the UFC too. So the UFC is obviously owned
by Dana.
Yeah, well he's the
Well, because I remember Zuffa bought.
They bought it.
Yeah,
from
Zuffa,
the Fertittas.
Yeah, they bought it from the Fertittas, but
they bought it for like.
Zuffa bought like a bunch of MMA promotions. They bought Strikeforce. They bought was it Elite XC? Did they buy anything?
They bought whoever Justin Gaethje just.
They bought Pride.
Yeah.
They bought Pride, and they bought the WSOF. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
the World Series of Fighting.
But anyway, so he has a share in the UFC.
Joe Rogan, where are you at? This is the type of dialogue that needs to be on your show.
God, my other boo. Golly.
Love you, Joe. Go ahead.
But Connor has a share in the UFC as well.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Connor's a good businessman.
Everything Connor does, obviously he's a phenomenal athlete, and you can't deny that. But also, everything he does is business. And you gotta love him.
Now, that is a good transition to, we talked about favorite fighter.
Yeah.
And we talked about favorite fight to watch.
Which
you gave me JJ.
Just basically any legitimate fight, not just no bullshit. Like, who would have...
let me give you
Tanya Evinger versus Cyborg, really?
Okay,
really?
so let me ask you this.
Ridiculous.
Have you seen Dan Henderson versus Shogun?
I have.
The five
Yes,
round.
I have, and I watched it all.
That would be my second option.
Yeah, that was...
I watched that, and I was like, it's not even about the sport.
Dan
it's literally
Henderson
just
fight.
like, they're beating the crap. Yeah. What? And I have a love-hate relationship with the 5-round thing, because not only does that, I mean, it breeds contenders. It's like if you get a guy who's 6-1, and then you put him in his first main event, and all those 6-1, those 7 fights are like, they're all 3 rounds. Yeah. So you're gonna really.
It is a different kind of fight too, different mentality.
Exactly. You got them extra rounds to be like, okay, I don't feel good about these 2 rounds. Yeah. We got these other 2 rounds. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So but moving on from that, so about talking about 2 possible 5-round fights, Khabib and Conor. Yeah. How do we feel about this?
What do you think? What do you think?
Do you want me to?
No, like are you asking me what I think is gonna happen?
How do you feel about the fight as a whole?
I think the fight obviously needs to happen. I think promotional wise, obviously it's gonna be promoted great.
Because
Because of the lead up to it.
Well, not just because Connor's involved, but I
because
think of the storyline.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The lead up to it. I think the storyline behind it with all the
there's a lot of
chaos.
of legitimacy behind it.
Yeah, there is too. And you can't deny Khabib either, but like he obviously is a different kind of animal too. He deserves where he's at. Monster. Yeah. So he deserves.
By the way, the man's name is Khabib Nurmagomedov. Okay. Yeah. What? And he's like Turkmenistan, like
in Russian.
Like he is a mixture. And when he said in the promotion for this fight, he said, and I quote, "I want to fix his face." And I was like, and he said it so subtle,
so calm,
and so. And I was like,
yeah,
this is not good. Like,
yeah, but do I think that that's gonna happen? No, I don't. I think Al Iaquinta or Al
Iaquinta.
Yes. I think that Al is a good fighter too, but do I think he is a Conor McGregor level? No. And he showed a lot of holes in Khabib's game. Khabib's chin is straight up in the air completely. He boxes from his hips.
How in depth we are getting.
Yeah, he throws from his hips. Very, very awkward. I think he's gonna run into a whirlwind of trouble.
Do you see this fight going in a finish, or do you go into a decision? I think opposite.
Nope.
I think opposite.
I think Conor McGregor has a grenade, and I think more than just him having a grenade.
What's so interesting about Conor's game is that his stand up, you never know when he's cocked and loaded.
No.
And that is a problem with people.
Yep.
Case in point, the Chad Mendes fight.
Yeah.
I watched that.
It was a great
and you may disagree with this, but for 2 rounds, Chad
was whooping his ass.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Chad was for 2 rounds. It was very reminiscent of the Anderson Silva Chael Sonnen fight.
Yeah.
Where Chael was whooping Anderson's ass for 4 rounds, and then he gets caught in a submission in the 5th round.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm like, what just happened? Yeah. So, but for 3 rounds, or for 2 rounds, excuse me, because they finished happening in the 3rd. You saw Conor look human.
Yeah, he did.
And it was really weird because Chad was slamming and I was like, what? I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
So.
But the thing about that, either you have knockout power or you don't. But also, on top of him hitting hard like that, he's very, very accurate.
Oh.
You can hit somebody as hard as you want.
He's like dead shot with his punches.
And
if he wants to punch you in the specific area in your cheek, he's going to do it.
And that's the problem. Khabib is so exposed, and I think that if Al was a little bit better athlete or maybe a little bit more prepared, since it was 1 day notice, maybe like 24 hours.
Yes.
If maybe even, I don't know if Al could have done it, but I'm surprised Michael Johnson didn't do it, honestly. He had Khabib in a lot of trouble. But I think Conor's too smart to go in there and not have a very smart game plan because Conor is so freaking intelligent. I think he has a game plan. I think he's going to get it done. I think Khabib throws from his hips, his hands are low, and his chin is completely up in the air. Completely.
This is great. Yeah. This is what this show is all about. Okay, so you have this finishing in what round?
I
see this going past
maybe
3 rounds.
2.
I see this going past 3 rounds.
Maybe 2. If Khabib and he is
I don't think they're gonna strike at each other right head on.
No, and I think Khabib's too smart too. I think people aren't giving Khabib enough credit. I think obviously he's where he's at because he's very, very smart and he's a very good athlete.
He's a savage.
Yeah, too. And he's a freaking literally he is a barbarian.
He literally he's a monster.
Yeah. He is an assassin for sure, but
he trains in a dungeon. I'm pretty sure he trains in a dungeon with no windows,
with bears and shit.
Exactly, yeah. I believe that.
Yeah.
So you have
wrestles bears.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So you have this going to Conor, or do you have this going to Khabib?
Yeah, I do. I think Conor's too fast.
I think Conor's too fast, but you know what happens when fast people hit something, hit a barricade, right? It stops.
Okay, normal people.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from that. But when you have somebody that's as dangerous as Khabib, let's just be honest. This might be Connor's toughest ever fight.
Oh, I don't think so.
What's this? What Diaz
Yeah.
was his toughest ever fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, Khabib, go see Nate's.
Yeah.
Before, and so that way I can actually figure out who was tougher.
Yeah. I think tougher, for sure, Nate. I think
dangerous?
More dangerous, Khabib.
Okay, well then, okay, he's facing his most dangerous opponent.
I don't think so either.
Okay, well then, who was dangerous?
Aldo. Yeah, for
Did
sure.
you see how that fight ended,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah, I did. I did. But he was way too emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Way too emotional. And Aldo hit him, or Aldo, however you want to pronounce it.
It's Aldo.
I always say Aldo. He hit him one time and cut his freaking eye. I mean, yeah, he's way past his prime. He needs to probably retire, in my opinion. What he did to Jeremy Stephens the other night was pretty legit. Yeah. But I totally had money on Jeremy Stephens. I was like, he needs to retire. Like, Jose Aldo needs to retire.
Do you know what ranking he is?
Who?
Stephens is? Is he at least
in the rank? I think he's 5.
Is he okay? So is he at least in the rankings?
He's pretty up there.
Because I think he was. If not a title fight, he deserves it.
Well, that was what that was going to be for. That was because Brian Ortega just knocked out Frankie Edgar. Literally.
No one's really ever done that.
No. Frankie Edgar has never been finished.
That's crazy.
And then Brian Ortega took it on a freaking 2-week notice and literally sent him into
because I've watched Frankie Edgar. I've watched Frankie Edgar leg kick his way to. I've watched him leg kick his way to so many victories, and I'm like, I watched him fight one of my favorite fighters.
I didn't want Brian to take that fight. I was like, no, baby.
I watched him fight fighters like Sean Shirk, one of my favorite fighters. I love Sean Shirk. Sean Shirk was awesome. Even though he took too much steroids, but still.
Too much steroids.
But I love Sean Shirk. I think his boxing was really good. I just like the way he fought. He did the same thing. He didn't beat BJ like 3 times.
Yeah.
So for Steven, if Stevens gets knocked down, probably 2-3 steps back.
A couple fights back for sure. I think he still deserves to be in the mix.
I think
if he proves himself in 2 more fights, which I think he will, I think that, truthfully, I think Brian Ortega, I think him and Max is an amazing, amazing matchup.
Max Holloway, gotcha.
I do think that Brian's probably gonna win by submission.
Mm-hmm. Brian versus Max.
Yeah. And I think after Stevens proves himself, I see Ortega and Stevens going against each other probably within the next 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the in-depth. I love this.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Can we, MMA Torch, MMAfighting.com. Can you hire this woman, please?
Please, God, it's my dream job.
Yes, if you can just get her as an analyst, I think she can do a very good job.
Yeah.
What's that one girl's name? Cody Bryant? I think that's her name.
Karen?
Karen Bryant.
Yeah.
She could be the next Karen Bryant.
I love Karen.
She can do that. So, you have Connor taking that. I have Khabib actually taking that, but I'm taking a risk because I feel like I just feel
we'll
like
have to watch it.
the danger level. We can do that.
Dude.
It's the danger level for this for him.
I agree, but
is high.
But he's so awkward, and Connor's so not. Connor can literally move so oh my god.
He's gonna try to push
water.
I feel like he's gonna try to push his buttons, and try to knock off his focus, but it's in.
I think that Connor moves too
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I think Connor moves way too well.
And I know we talked about this earlier about Lesnar and everything. So, quick prediction: Lesnar or Cormier, because I think that's locked in. I have DC as well.
Yeah.
And then this isn't something that's
I see that.
I want to talk about the amazing run that Demetrius Johnson had.
I don't think,
To me, he's one of the greatest.
Dude, he is one of the greatest. I don't. Oh, this is so controversial. I don't know that he lost that fight 100%. Obviously, it's his fault that he let it go to decision.
I felt like Cejudo just wrestling was just a little bit better.
But he did 0 damage, and that's where I could never be a judge because you don't know how judges score things. I don't know how judges score things. When I first thought that the judging system was horrible when I watched the first fight between Lyoto Machida and Shogun. I don't think I watched the first fight.
Well, the first one, everybody thought Shogun won.
Uh-huh.
It was a split decision. They gave it to Lyoto.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, why would you
Yeah.
No, like it's a horrible decision.
Robbed.
Yes, they was. Oh, it was highway robbery.
You know who else got freaking robbed the other day?
Who?
JJ. That second fight with Rose. I'm sorry, I love Rose Namajunas.
And I know.
I'm sorry.
And you were probably watching it.
No, I love
Rose. You were pulling attention, so you knew what the.
I watched it the next day. I could not watch it that night. I could not watch.
So you had to have full focus and be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, because I couldn't watch it. I would have been way too emotionally like invested.
Yeah.
But I did watch the next day, and I was like, that is such bullshit. I think she got robbed 100%. Yeah. That is one thing I thought she got robbed, and I thought Demetrius Johnson got robbed, but I think it's his own fault.
And the fact that he was so respectful about it afterwards,
he's
a stand-up. I mean, it means he's a stand-up dude, and I feel like if he does get another opportunity, he'll probably get the belt back. But
I think so too.
I just want to actually say congratulations because literally he had one of the best title reigns I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the best. He has the record for it.
Yeah, he has the record for it, but still, like.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All the fights were great. I love his fights with Benavidez. Like,
I did not love this with Benavidez.
So. Speaking of being robbed or allegedly thinking they're robbed, this brings us to a different situation. We're gonna switch gears here. Mm-hmm. There's been a giant controversy between rapper Nicki Minaj and rapper Travis Scott about album sales. Now, basically, what this situation is all about? The premise of this is Nicki feels like she was cheated because she felt like Travis was selling clothes and those were counting towards her album sales and using Kylie Jenner and Stormi as and I quote, this is what she said on Queen Radio. She said, he is promoting something that has nothing to do with his album. Now I'm gonna ask a question in the room. Taylor, if you could just approach the mic just a couple seconds. I need you to both answer this question honestly. I know you guys probably don't know as much about music as I do, but I feel like this is a basic question that both of you can answer.
Okay.
What is the main reason why an artist goes on tour?
To promote his stuff.
To promote his music, correct? Correct.
Yeah.
What?
Correct.
Yes. So, but what the name? And the name of the tour was what? The name of the tour was the Astral World Tour. What's the name of Travis Scott's album? Astral World. So that statement is completely bullshit. Yeah. Like you are dragging him. You called him a stupid fuck. You called him the hoe-ass blank of the week. You allegedly think, and I quote, there are so many people that in this industry that have tried to keep me from speaking up from this Irving man. This Irving man is part of Travis Scott's management, who works over at Ticketmaster, allegedly launched a smear campaign. What smear campaign? I've done a lot of research on this, and I did not see one thing about Nicki being drugged through the dirt. Now, do I believe that there's stuff that goes on behind the scenes and people don't want to talk about because they're scared? And she did say that. I absolutely do believe that. Do I believe there's some like shady shit that goes behind in the music? Of course there is. It happens. It doesn't even matter what genre it is. Of course, you could be a rock star. You could be a country singer. You could be anything. And I guarantee there's always going to be some shady shit going on behind the scenes. I believe that. But do I believe that she was that, and I quote, one thing I won't do is let anyone sit around and bully me into a corner. You're Nicki Minaj, first of all. Yeah, I don't think anybody. I don't think you can be bullied into a corner before the ghetto starts coming out at you, and you start being who you actually are.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's a person that folds. So that's another thing. And she continues with, allegedly these people, he manages Travis Scott, try to put a smear campaign against my tour. He allegedly contacted people in the media to say negative things about my tour. May God be with you, Irving. May God be with you. Now, there is maybe it's refutable, maybe it's arguable, but there's multiple sources that have said this. There is evidence that Nicki has blackballed people from being on songs, from being on tours, from being at shows. Being a female MC is very different from being a male MC.
Yeah.
So, I think, to me, before I get to the actual numbers and actual facts, I think her position as top chick is being threatened, and she doesn't know how to react to that. Because you have Cardi B, who went from loving hip hop to the #1 female artist in the world, and put out what all my friends that are girls tell me that the Cardi B album was good. They liked it. You know what I'm saying? And it went #1 and it sold amazingly. So go ahead. So I see the look on your face, and maybe you have different.
I don't know a lot about. I obviously know about what's going on right now.
Yes.
But I don't know about all the numbers and stuff.
Yes.
I don't like Cardi B.
Okay, but you have to. But not from a you preference standpoint.
Yeah, I don't know her numbers either, and God, I don't know how she could possibly.
The girls, because we like ratchetness. We like that.
I like Cardi B.
I don't.
Yeah. You
Like-
because they like that ratchetness. They like that alternative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I guess so. Yeah. But like actual music wise, I don't know.
Now I understand this isn't your line of expertise because this is. But I brought this up because I wanted to see if you had any interesting points to make yourself.
Yeah.
So let's get down to the actual facts and actual sales numbers.
Yep.
Okay. Travis Scott's Astroworld took the number 1 spot again this week. This is his second week.
Yeah.
By boasting 205,298 total album equivalent units, which means that's album sold, single sales, and streams.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you go on Apple Music and it's just a single and you play it, you're basically giving somebody some money right there.
Yeah.
Album sales, as in like you go, the whole album, and and streams, which I think it's every 1,000 streams or every 10 streams, it's a sale. But I don't know how that math specifically works.
Yeah.
I've heard like different formulas of how they do it, but that's just how it works. That's the general idea of it. So he sold 205,298 total album equivalents. 78,000 of those were just pure album sales. That's like you going to the store and buying the actual album, or you going on iTunes and actually buying the album. Yeah. And it was streamed over 167 million times. Okay, it's crazy.
Imagine someone listening to you, like that many people listening to your music.
Yes, it's an amazing thing to think about.
Like insane.
It's crazy to think about. So, he was able to hold on to that #1 spot for an extra week. He was also competing with Nicki's first week and Drake's 4th week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Scorpion came out, I think that's sold over 500,000 maybe. Astroworld is Scott's 3rd studio album, following his sophomore album, Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight, which was also a #1 release. It approximately sold 537,000 units. And what's crazy, Astroworld sold 537 its first week.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight's first week sales were 88,000. So think of the humongous jump.
Yeah.
Now, as I put at the bottom of this, because I actually have a hand up because I really wanted to dive deep into this. So the first number that you see, Hope, this is also thank you to Hip Hop DX for providing this awesome chart the way this breaks down. The first number that you see is the total album equivalent units, which is an intersection or combination of album sales, single sales, and streams, implemented by Billboard's new rating system that they had to change because of the streaming sites and how they're going to account for that.
Yeah, because I thought something was miscounted. Like, I thought Nicki was actually #1. Something was miscounted.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
Pure album sales is in the bold, and the streams is in the brackets.
Okay.
So, as you can see here, Travis Scott, of course, sold 205,298 total album units.
Right.
Pure sales, 78,000 and over 167 million streams. Queen sold 185,121 with 77,836 pure album sales and was streamed over 128 times. 28 million times. Now, to me, I've done research, and these are the cold hard facts about the way she feels about this.
Okay.
And I will provide counterpoints to this. The pink print, the one that had the little thumbnail thing that was released 4 years ago.
That was a good album.
Which was
4 years ago.
Album, by the way.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that's good. That's fine. 4 years ago, sold 244,000 first week. 198,000 of that was pure sales. Now, if you look at the second, and I know you guys can't see this, but I have it in bold. It debuted at number 2. So this isn't the first time that she's fell short in the number 1 record that was that week. J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah.
That was that week.
I don't think she was salty about being number 2 though.
Which brings me to the question. Which is bringing me why she's doing this. She is complaining about Travis selling clothes that are counted towards album sales. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Y'all are. You are. I know you are. I don't know about you, but I'm speaking to Taylor in this specific thing. Y'all have a favorite artist of y'all's, and y'all support them as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
You go to their website. They have what is called bundles, where you can buy the album and also possibly get a shirt or a hat or whatever they want to sell. Mm-hmm. So that's still selling the album.
I think it's cheating.
How is that cheating? Explain to me. No. I want to have this discussion. How do you think that's cheating?
Taylor, what do you think? Because he was talking to you.
I don't think that's cheating.
Okay.
I think it's promoting it. I think it's promoting it differently.
It's enticing.
Yeah, no, I think that's a genius. Like, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. Maybe she should have done it too. But I see her point too.
Okay.
Like, if it was me, even if it's against, I don't know if it's obvious. I don't know.
My point that I'm trying to make is, I don't like short losers.
No, she's being.
And the way that she is going on, and then this brings me to the next point, calling him the hoe ass blank of the day, and blaming Kylie Jenner and their baby Stormi, who has not even been on this earth for like 365 days. For promoting a tour that had nothing to do with his album, quote unquote.
She did go to say, look, I'm such a Nicki fan, I love Nicki, but she did go back to say, like, it has nothing, like, she has nothing against Kylie. She's like, she's promoting her husband or whatever he is.
Which she should, as a
That's what she's saying. She's like, she should, good for her.
Yeah.
She's salty, I guess, at Travis, and his management. I don't know.
But that's the thing. Nobody's done anything.
Yeah.
And y'all are afraid to talk about but wait. Y'all want to talk about cheating. Y'all want to talk about cheating, right? And how y'all could be mad at Travis for being this. The next point is she added Fifi, a song that's not even hers.
Okay.
To Queen, which is a 6ix9ine collaboration. However y'all feel about that, him and whatever, that's completely missing the point. But she added Fifi to boost album sales. Because I felt like she was backpedaling. Now, I think she was backpedaling.
So it wasn't on there before the song started going down. She's backpedaling.
Oh, she's backpedaling. And then she dragged Spotify for not promoting her album because she played it 10 minutes before on Beats One Radio. But she went on to say that they have Drake all over Spotify and all the playlists. And then Spotify came out with a statement saying, oh, we put her on the playlist. We put her on the album shelf. Or, you know what I'm saying? We promoted her. We promoted her, and we are still fans of her. So we don't know. Basically, what they're saying is
kind of fallen off, and
she doesn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, and she is being...
Now, what's not on here is that I actually listened to the album today.
Hers?
I listened to Queen today.
Yeah.
if you're a Nicki fan,
You'll like it.
you'll like it. I've never gravitated towards her personal music. I've always liked her on features.
Yeah.
She kills it on features all the time.
All the time.
Now, I don't want y'all to get this twisted. Do I think Nicki's a very talented rapper? Of course she is. She's fantastic. All right, the way she captures an audience is like unlike
It's
anybody
different,
else.
yeah.
But my problem with this entire situation is her going on Queen Radio and literally just dragging everybody down and just saying, you did this and you did this and you should have promoted me and you could have done this and you're cheating and you know what I'm saying? So, and also what makes this even worse for her is that this is her first album in 4 years.
Yeah, that's kind of the point that I was getting at.
And you're competing with Travis Scott's second week.
Yeah.
And not his first.
Yeah.
And what also people don't need to understand is that she pushed her album back because I guess she caught wind of Astroworld. Because the way Astroworld rolled out was we knew literally the week it was going to be coming out.
Yeah.
There was no pre-order link. There was nothing. But we knew Queen was coming months ago.
Yeah.
It was on pre-order on iTunes, so that could have at least as soon as the pre-order link, as soon as the order link drops and it actually becomes a full album, that's a sale. So people who pre-order an album on iTunes, as soon as it goes live, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many people pre-order the album. That's how that goes. My pure problem with this is that this is the lowest she's ever sold, and it's 185,000, right? It's 185,000. The problem that she has with this is that she thinks that it's a conspiracy against her, right? I don't understand that.
I don't either. I think that she's been gone for freaking 4 years, and I haven't listened to like the whole album.
Yes.
But I do know what you're saying too, and I'm a Nicki fan, so I can say it. I don't know that her album was all that great. I haven't really listened to it over and over. Like nothing that I would be like, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's like her. Honestly, I'm not saying she sucks because she obviously doesn't. She's freaking killing it.
Yeah, she always kills it.
But I think that she is being like a sore loser about it. I think that the timing sucked really, really bad for her.
Yeah.
And I think that she. I know that I just said that he maybe cheated. I don't think that those should go towards his album sales.
Well,
no,
actually,
not necessarily.
If you really think about it, it kind of is because not only are you people buying those bundles, they're getting the album, which means there is a transaction being made from that person's bank account that is charging them. To get
You're right.
the album.
I guess it's not like a free hoodie.
It's not a free hoodie. You're still paying for the album. You're still paying for the shirt.
People would pay money to get her hoodie if she.
She tried to do that, but I guess that she said that didn't count towards her
So
thing.
what didn't count that technically she is in the number one spot right now?
I don't think she was ever number one.
I think something got miscounted.
I don't.
Like I think I literally was caught up on this today at work. Because my office manager, she was telling me a little bit about it because I was telling her about what was coming on here, and she was like, I don't know why she's so like been out of shape anyway because she actually is in the number one spot.
Then you're probably looking at the top rap and R&B.
Maybe.
That's what you're probably looking at.
Maybe. I don't know why she's so been out of shape anyways, especially because it's not her first time to be in second place. And
that's the main problem that I have.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, 2014 Forest Hills Drive was an amazing album. I'm guessing she wouldn't like. That's what I'm saying. But you did not see. But the thing is, my problem is that you didn't see her complain
not
at all when that happened.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when it's this, I think it's just how bad of a look it is because you're competing with someone else's second
week
sales, and this is your first week sales, and that it's your first album in 4 years. So it just makes it look really bad. I just don't like
maybe like a pride shot. Like
yes.
She's being,
yes.
But it's like I just don't know. Like
no, you go ahead.
No, I don't know. I'm just like
I don't think that she should care. Obviously, she should care, but okay.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
it's not his fault.
It's not his fault that his album's so
It's
well.
like it is what it is. It's like
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What my problem is like you're dragging, you're calling him a stupid
She's
fuck.
making it worse on
you're
herself.
dragging Stormy. That
Yeah.
you can say goo goo gaga.
Yeah, you can't even.
Yeah.
You're dragging an infant into this,
Into-
which I thought was wrong.
Yeah.
Personally, I haven't listened to Queen.
Yes. Okay.
Now, I've listened to Astro World over 1,000,000 times. Great album.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Okay.
I'm team Travis Scott, 100%.
Okay.
But like,
But you're not. But it's you wouldn't show any. But you're not gonna show any biases though.
yeah, no, I love Nicki.
Yes.
But like, personally, I don't really. I listen to so much old music that I really don't care for Nicki Minaj's music anymore. Back 4 years ago when she was still
When she was popping, yeah, she was popping.
with
Yeah.
Wayne and Drake. Like,
Yes.
hell yeah, who wasn't listening to
But
it?
then you have, but then you have girls like Cardi B. You have girls like Rhapsody. You have girls like Stephon Don, who are phenomenal female artists.
Yeah.
And she's so used to being.
It hurt.
She's
She
so-
being the it girl.
Yes.
Kind of
Yeah.
being like the goat of the game when it
Yeah.
comes to like
She's
female artists.
here, like Beyonce's like all the way up there.
Yeah, she's a goat.
Yeah,
Queen
yes, Beyonce's. It doesn't. And the thing is that you didn't see because I don't know if anybody noticed this, but the the collab Jay-Z and Beyonce album that came out this year didn't go #1,
No.
and you didn't hear a
Yeah.
zip a word from them.
But another thing I think has a lot to do with is because they're putting music out there to put music out there, kind of like, okay, this is my life, this is my album, this is how it is.
Yes.
I think Nicki also is like a pride thing. I think that she feels threatened, not just by Cardi B, obviously, because they have their beef or whatever,
Yes.
but like by everything. I think it's more hers is more like she's obviously taking it very, very personal.
Yeah.
And she's not doing it like what's the word I'm looking for? Like organically because of the music. Like
Yes.
she's not being like genuine about the music. Like she's making it about her.
And so
And so
I've never. And the thing is that I've seen this, and she says, "Yeah, I know my album is great. My album is great." Okay, but if your album was great, it would have been #1.
Exactly.
yeah, and
That's the
it
thing.
can still be great without being #1, but she needs to know.
I
that
know
too.
a gajillion great
Yeah.
albums that didn't even touch the even top 10.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't understand where the hostility and where the
And
name
two,
calling is
It's not, but okay, like Travis Scott is just had a baby by literally the most famous
like the most famous family,
Like-
like.
But don't.
I'm not
I
But
would-
you know how much
that's
more
just-
attention he's getting than Nicki right
But,
now?
okay, think of, I'm not saying, but okay, Kylie's up there too, so like she's promoting it, yes, as she should be, as any other baby model would be.
Even if her husband was
Yeah.
like nobody,
He's
she would still.
Yeah, and he's still very talented too. But Nicki, like, where have you been?
Yeah.
Like, there's so much attention on Travis Scott anyway,
Yes. Because.
so you can't expect.
and like I
anything
just
less.
and like
and
like
all the features he had. Hello.
can we go? Okay, we can stop. We can start. Okay, first of all, there was Frank Ocean. There was Drake. Stevie Wonder played the fucking harmonica. Like what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, but it's kind of like.
They're not the same. Okay, but if we're talking, I can't compare albums if we're gonna
That's
talk
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
I can't even put them like I wouldn't.
They're not
put
even
them
the
in
same worlds.
That's what
No
I'm
pun
saying.
intended.
So it's like. That's where I'm like, why is she?
If you listen to Travis's and then you go listen to Queen, two completely different sounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
But my thing is that okay,
It's kind of like what do you like more?
it's a preference battle,
For sure, and it's like,
and people just preferred Astroworld.
and I'm one of them.
Yeah, I did too. But like, I'm not gonna sit here because I actually, like I said, I listened to the album earlier this morning. The song with Eminem, good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
The song
I
with
do too.
The song with Future, love it. The fact that she did a rendition of Dreams by Notorious B.I.G. Loved it. Good, really, good spin, and like it wasn't you stealing the sound. It was literally like a tribute because I know B.I.G. was one of her inspirations. I'm not shitting on
No, not at all.
on her
No.
on her skill as an artist. My God, she can rap her ass off.
Yeah.
And
But-
she's a fucking great entertainer.
Yes, of course. But
Like,
my problem is just
The way she's going about it.
yes,
Like how she's
and
taking
it just like
It's like, well,
it just irritated me, and I don't like that. Like you're
No.
gonna, why would you bring? First of all, why would you bring up another person's child in the first place?
Or Kylie in general. I know that like
They have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and she's saying like they're promoting this that had nothing to do with it. Well, like you starting shit with them has nothing to do with it either. And it's not gonna fix your numbers. And it's making you look worse.
It's just it's a downward spot.
and it's like, okay, you had a baby daddy, and he
Yes.
was from you, and he was the.
The
It's like,
shit.
It's like John Mayer's girlfriend.
Literally.
You know, it's like, so what? Like, you can't be mad. Like, I don't understand why she's mad at someone promoting. Well, no shit, she's gonna fucking.
It's just like, even if the girl was like a regular person, she would be like, oh, okay. It's like,
Just
go
like
get.
she has fans and people promoting her shit.
Yes.
It's like you just didn't have enough, or famous enough people. You know what I mean?
Not enough people bought your album. That's just how it comes down
It
to.
is what it is, and it's like, okay, well, next album just worked harder.
Thank you. That's all I've been trying to say. This just means that
Yeah.
okay, maybe I should have gone back and like waited for a different time because
That's what I'm saying. Maybe honestly, it might have a lot to do with the timing. And like you said, like we've been waiting on that for a long time, and that's her own fault for putting it off. And then
she delayed. The album was
releases
supposed to be out like a couple months ago.
I was about to say like May.
May-ish, June-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like a while ago.
But also Travis fans have been asking for Astro World since like the first album. So we were supposed to get, that was actually supposed to be, this Astro World was supposed to be the second album. That was supposed to be, Rodeo was
I think
supposed
too,
to.
Travis has just been so relevant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where
And, like,
has
everybody's
she
just, like,
been?
She's been hyped up, like, we've just been waiting on it. And
Yeah.
like, Nicki, she's just been a ghost, not a ghost, but like,
But that's what I said.
She's
like,
been
where
out
have
the
you
loop.
been? Yeah.
She's
so
been
it's
out the
like,
loop.
okay, what do you expect?
Yeah, so
And she's not even doing bad. Like, Nicki, you are not doing bad.
like,
You're not getting shitted on.
you're number 2
Literally.
in the world.
And you've been gone.
Yes, like you're number 2 in the world. Like
Yes.
this
Like-
is nothing to be upset about.
No.
Absolutely. The fact I would have been upset if it was like 60,000.
Yeah.
Like total. I would have been like,
She's right.
I'll be like, all right, who fucked up the marketing? Like who like you need to speak to your management. Whoever fucked up the marketing. Like yo. But this is 185,000 first week.
She's right under him looking at the numbers. Like,
And if you look at the numbers, it's 78,000 to 77,000.
that's what I'm saying. She's right under him. I think that not that she's been irrelevant, but she has. She's been a little irrelevant. Like, I haven't thought
And then it should while she went away for a little bit.
here comes Cardi B.
Here comes Cardi B. Here comes a very talented MC. I call her the female Kendrick Lamar. Rhapsody gets an album that's nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You don't.
I think that she's so offended because she has been, like, the GOAT
And if you
for so long.
and if you see Pink Print, and I forgot to add this. Pink Print sold 244,000 first week, which was their album that came out 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Debuted at number 2, but it went platinum. A couple days later.
Yeah, literally.
So, in the words of Will Smith, "Wait the problem."
I think what the problem is, or like what I think it is,
And that's something that she's not
still-
bringing to life.
She's expected, like, I think it's such a pride thing. Like, I think her ego has been stroked for so long, and she's been, which she should.
I saw that comment earlier.
You did?
I saw that comment. Somebody saying that
It has been stroked for so long.
that this is what happens when you surround yourself with yes men.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But, like, not taking away that she's not good, because I'll sit here and say that she is all day. But her ego's been stroked for so long. She's been, and she should believe she's the best in the world.
Of course, you have to.
If you're gonna do anything,
If
gotta
you're in
think
any
it's the best in the world.
competition and whatever you do, you have to believe that you
Yeah.
are the best.
So that's rightfully so that she thinks that, but to be gone for 4 years, and gone, I mean, like, pretty much completely absent
like
for the most part.
she did features in between those
But-
years, but
Okay.
you could have put out an album at least 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
You I think Pink Friday, and then
I loved that.
Pink Friday was her last number 1 album, and that was in 2012.
Yeah, I was literally a freshman in high school.
So, literally, when we started high school, Nicki was the bomb. She was the chick. She was the girl.
Dude, I remember seeing Nicki with Wayne and Drake. That was like one of the best concerts of my life.
Yes, and that was the thing. Like y'all, it was a good time.
When, yes.
And what makes it, and another thing that I just saw today, her North American leg of the Nicki Hendrix tour actually got canceled. So she's only going to be doing the UK and the European tours, the European dates, which makes it look so bad because she says she has the #1 album in 86 countries.
Yeah.
But, and this is where I drive this point home. Your national, whether she's Trinidadian, whatever, her main market is the United States of America.
Yeah.
You are not the #1 album in the United States of America. So for you to get the #2, and then, so that means not only is it a smart move, because you're going to the other countries that your album went #1 in, but it makes it look bad because that just means America's just not liking Nicki right now.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
This is so off topic, but you just said, like, you know, Nicki's Trinidad. You know who else is? And, like, it's funny. Tammy Hembro.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Who's that?
You don't know who Tammy
Yes,
Hembro is?
No.
If you saw her on Instagram, you know who. She's like the fitness girl right now.
The only fitness girl I know right now is Brittany Renner, which I can speak about her.
No, I don't know who that is, but Tammy Hembro, the blonde with the 2 kids.
No.
Oh my god, she's Australian and Trinidad, and she is like
Beautiful.
dude,
Banging.
not even body.
Banging.
And her body is like I've never seen anything like it in my whole entire life.
Taylor, you know who Brittany Renner is.
I don't either.
She's got a big old booty.
No, look, Hunter. Look,
Big old
and
butt.
she, obviously, her body. Oh my god, I would.
Speaking of bodies,
But
let me see
like,
this.
just look at her face.
Let me see this.
She's blonde, blue.
Okay.
Her face, dude. Like,
She's really tan. Is that natural?
she's Trinidad and Australian.
That's great. Like she's.
She has all the Australian features, and then her body is completely.
And she's one of them. And she's a fitness girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let
She's
me
only 23.
pull up Brittany Renner. It's Bundle of. I think it's Bundle of Brittany is their Instagram name. Why I know that? Don't ask.
But anyway, speaking of bodies, what?
So that's what I was asking.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
Let me see.
Look at her. That's we're talking. We
For
went
sure,
from Nicki.
babe.
We went from Nicki Minaj to Instagram models.
For sure, babe, but I think Tammy's prettier.
And that's just
Yeah.
preference. That's just preference.
Yeah.
So, piggybacking off of these this controversial situation.
Yeah, for sure.
To a much lighter note, first of all, rest in peace to Aretha Franklin. Also just as a side note, Nicki called herself the new Harriet Tubman.
What the fuck? I'm sorry.
You can, but it's just like she called herself the new Harriet Tubman.
Like, what is she doing for the people?
That's my question.
Like,
Bitch,
what?
you are bringing people down.
Yes.
You ain't
Yeah.
helping nobody.
Yes.
You ain't even helping yourself in this situation.
I don't know. That's the problem. That's the part of it I don't understand.
And dude, that's just like, usually,
And I want to have this conversation with Taylor. Sorry, if you get us episode for
Well,
5
I'm
seconds.
nervous.
I want to have John Mayer talk really quick.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
hell,
go.
get me
Yeah,
out.
can we have talk? Yeah, so if you
no,
can move.
let me hold on, people. Let me say this. John Mayer went to this concert this year. I can't think of what month it was, but anyway, it was silent. He had just like finished a song, and I screamed out, "I'm like, I love you, John!" And he replied to me and said, "What?" I have it on video. Like,
Your heart stopped for
I
like
was
5 seconds.
Holy shit, John Mayer said what to me? I was like, oh my god, like he heard me, like he replied to me. But yeah, go
So
ahead.
what I was going to say was, this is totally off topic, but I want to end this on a high note since we kind of put Nicki in her place a little bit, just a little bit. But the positive thing I want to get out of that is that this is what being a sore loser has no good effects to it.
No.
Absolutely not. And
No.
this is in the fact that her stature.
That
she's
should have
doing-
driven her
Even
to make
more.
make a better
She should be.
album.
If I was her, I'd be in the studio right now,
Yeah, like
making an amazing album.
yeah, like, okay, let's
get-
get more people.
Getting Stevie. You got Stevie Wonder on the track. Cool. I'm gonna get him to sing on mine.
I think too, like, a thing that maybe she doesn't realize, and maybe she will later. whenever you congratulate other people and you're humble,
It makes you look better.
all across the board, whether it's a sport, whether it's entertainment, whatever the case is, if you congratulate him, you're also going to win over his fans by being like, hell yeah.
They mess with us. Like,
yeah.
Like, if she would have been like, congratulations to Travis Scott for
that
getting the
album was badass.
That album was awesome.
You've
blah, blah,
inspired
blah.
me.
Probably be like, here's some badass too. Here.
And promote her.
And get a collaboration.
Literally.
Jesus.
She's screwing herself. That's the one thing that I can say about this whole thing. I was like, she is screwing herself. She's literally shooting herself in the foot.
Yes.
Like, you're losing his fans. You're losing something that y'all could have totally did something together. And you just look like a sore freaking loser. Like, you look like a tit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I've never heard the word tit being used to describe somebody.
Like, don't be a
You
tit.
suck. Ah!
You
I get it. You little tit. Now.
Titty said the kitty, but the milk's still good.
Oh my God! What is happening to my show? But anyways, so
Put that on a shirt.
put that on a shirt. So, we were talking about. I wanted to end this on a good note, and I want to have John Mayer talk, and I also want to talk about cross-branding collaborations.
Okay.
John Mayer had a hand in Travis Scott's album.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote, I think, 1 or 2 songs and produced a couple of songs. Does anyone remember the Nelly and Tim McGraw?
Oh my God!
collaborations?
Yes. Oh my God! Yes. What's the song called?
Over and over again.
Yes. Oh my God.
Can we? I mean, like, okay. So there's been a lot. There's Nelly and Tim McGraw. There's Drake and Michael fucking Jackson.
How does that even like?
You know what's even crazier about that? Fun fact: that was recorded before Thriller. That vocal has been there since before Thriller.
God.
Do you know how much money you have to spend just to? That's probably at least $4 or $5 mil, maybe even more.
Yeah, Drake's like fucking change.
Yes, exactly. Go ahead. It's Scorpion. Like, so. I mean, we can go. I mean, this specifically all over the board. I think it's been an amazing year for music. Just completely.
Oh my God.
I'm not even like that interested in music, and this year I've been pumped up.
Yes, because it's like, I mean, we've seen people. I think John Mayer put out actually a new single this week or this year. J. Cole had one of my favorite albums that came out. I actually saw him at Jambalaya a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I saw him with Drake. This was back in 2012. Like,
when J. Cole was just now.
And that I have videos on that on my phone from like I was in high school.
Yeah, and that was and I bet that was an amazing.
It was him, Drake.
This is before he even started growing his hair out.
Yeah, Flocka, Meek Mill.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was before all that Twitter.
Yeah. Oh God.
What the hell happened to him?
Meek's actually just dealing with some legal stuff right now. He's just making sure he doesn't go back to jail, and that's fine.
You get your shit done, boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
So if you guys had to pick some of your favorite songs that came out this year, or favorite projects, or anything like that, what were they?
Favorite songs?
Yes.
I'm gonna hand this over to Taylor. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I mean, I listen to music, sure, but like,
Yeah.
Like genre of like hip hop or
Jenny genre period all over.
overall. Oh, don't do that to me.
Because I've heard some like great like alternative stuff that's came out this year. Some albums that I didn't expect to like.
I'm trying to think of a new song.
Trippie Redd's album that came out this year was surprised the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? By the way, if you're a J. Cole fan, one of his Dreamville artists, Boz, put out his album Milky Way. That is fantastic. I need you guys.
What was your favorite song in Astro World?
It's a tie. It's a very.
You want to know what
it's
mine
a
are?
very
Mine
close
is
tie.
okay. I love Stargazing.
That's one of them.
Because that was like I played it and I was like.
And I think also the marketing on that, the fact that was the first song on the album, so that way no one had to wait for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you were to put that on, like, that's genius. That's the first song that he teases us is the first song that you hear. Awesome. I love that.
I instantly was like, oh boy, like let's go.
Yeah, whoever filmed that.
Yes, and then of course Sicko Mode.
Yes, okay,
because when that beat dropped and switched, and I was like,
oh my God.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, I started over and I was like, let's do this again. And then when I heard Drake, I was like,
yeah. And the thing is with that is that I love and hate that they have the uncredited vocals where they just don't name who's on the song, so it just gives you.
I know. I was like, who is this? And then
they still get paid. It's just a style thing and how they do that.
Yeah.
So, my favorite song of Astroworld that's really, this is really, it's really hard, but I'm gonna have to go with this because, I mean, I would say Yosemite because Gunna's chorus is awesome, and I feel like he's the Rookie of the Year this year. But I'm gonna have to do it justice, and I'm gonna go ahead and say 5%.
That's a good one.
Because
I like that one.
That's a Houston sample.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Houston sample. It's very Houston. The fact that people always say that Travis doesn't rep Houston to his fullest, dude. One of the most up and coming producers actually.
I like Instant 17 too.
That's weird. That's a fucking weird song. Like it's weird.
But I love it.
Okay.
And I'm weird. I like it.
Taylor's a weird bitch.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Do you know what that song about? We can talk about this. Do you know what that song is talking about though?
No, what?
It's talking about like weird shit to do during sex.
Hey, now, like, look, don't knock weird shit.
Look,
Okay.
my ears are covered.
Chain. Okay, yeah, because we gotta. My ears are cut.
My ears are covered.
So
I'm
it's
scared.
he's talking about he's talking about like chains and stuff, and if you're into that, that's cool. But I'm just saying.
You're looking at me. I'm like, look, never been chained up.
Okay.
Oh my god. But
Never used handcuffs before. And okay, next. All right, moving on. Can't Say is a really good song that's off of that album. Don Toliver, who did the one of the renditions of the chorus on that album, that I actually, as soon as I heard his voice and figured out who it was, I went and got his last mixtape called Donnie Womack. Go check that out. But I'm sorry, but Astroworld's not my favorite album of this year though.
What's your favorite? Let's hear it, Hunter.
I'm gonna be, because you probably already know mine.
It's Scorpion.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's Scorpion.
Because I'm.
But I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That wasn't Drake's best album.
No,
though.
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I'll agree with you. It wasn't, because I still to this day take care.
Yes! Yes!
We have had this.
Oh my god.
We had this conversation.
Take care, because like that point in time in my life, like that was just a.
That was a different. It was you can listen to that album literally from start to finish.
Yours is my second favorite.
We always have Drake talk on this thing. Good now, so let me say this. Drake's discography, right? If you look at it from Thank Me Later all the way to Scorpion, even the EPs and the collaboration tapes that he's done, you can see the progression from song 1 on Thank Me Later to song 25 on Scorpion. Like you can see, like it's just like it's like watching somebody grow up in front of your eyes, but you're listening to through your ears. You know what I'm saying?
Really? I love that. Like we get.
Excuse me. So far gone,
we get to like
Heartbreak Drake, and then from there.
I love that we're
like he's our generation. Like
he's loved. Yeah, and the thing
he's been with us since like how old are we? Dear God.
Yeah, I first
was
heard.
Like 11.
At one point in time, Drake was my favorite rapper. He was.
He still is my favorite rapper.
He at one point in time,
down.
because I went through a phase. Like I went through it was the Game, 50 Cent. Like I asked my mom to give me a do-rag one time. She hit me. So and then I went from Wiz.
I wore a Band-Aid on my face
because you love Nelly. Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Because Nelly. Okay, first of all, you listened to Nellyville, haven't you? The one that Nellyville, the album.
Oh my god, yes.
The one that has the one that
Dude.
So I had Dilemma, which as a kid I didn't know what the song was about until I got older, and I was like, oh, it's about cheating. Oh, it's that still blows my mind.
I have listened to so many songs from like This Is So Random that I had no business listening to when I was 9. Like
same.
Oh my god! I'm like, what the hell is my mom letting me listen to this car for? And you know she knows what it's about, and she's back here jamming with it, like jamming with me.
When you're 6 years old in the back of a car listening to a song called "Peaches and Cream" with your mother in the
like,
whip,
what kind of mom are you?
You start to question a couple of things.
Yeah.
So my thing is this. There are certain projects where you just hear it and it's timeless.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I remember, I don't know where I was, but it's a John Mayer song that I cannot think of it.
Gravity?
No.
Oh, slow.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. Oh, something something. My high school. I wanna scream at the top of my lungs. I love that song. I love that song. I truly do.
Do a cover for me.
Hello, that's. I love your sarcasm. But anyways, like there's that song. Absolutely, I think is absolutely timeless. I think Drake's HYFR is completely timeless. You can put that on with anybody, and people are gonna start screaming that shit off the top of their lungs.
I agree.
I feel like Drake is just gonna be like he is the like for this generation. He's the poster boy.
For sure.
He is the poster boy. Like whether people want to say, "Oh, he doesn't write his raps," blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine. I can name you probably 4 people who don't write their raps. The Dream. If anybody knows who The Dream is, The Dream has written so many people's songs. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, people don't want to even. I guarantee you probably gonna give me flack for this, but you know that song. Come on, ladies. Yeah, let's get information. Sway Lee wrote that.
Yeah.
Sway Lee from Ray Sherman wrote that for Beyonce.
Yeah.
And The Weeknd wrote about 8 songs on Take Care, whether you want to hear it or not. Like that's.
When I listen to a song, I'm not thinking
Who wrote
who
this?
That's exactly, but
I'm like Drake delivered this in a way where it's like it doesn't even matter who wrote it. He sang it. And
it connected with you and but some people just kind of it's just a credit thing. It's people just want their credit, and I completely understand that. Like what's crazy is at work with Rihanna and Drake was written by Party Next Door, and there is a version with Party singing Rihanna's part, and it's crazy. That kind of bugs me. That kind of bugs me just a little bit. But my thing is this: is that especially when we talk about beef with music
well,
and
it was
everything.
like when Rihanna and Bryson Tiller dropped what's it called?
Wild Thoughts with DJ Khaled. Yeah.
No one knew that that's an original Santana song.
Yeah. First of all, you were the funniest thing.
Me and Leah, I was like,
that's a Santana song.
I'm like, holy shit, this is Maria. And then the music video, the exact same thing. You put them together, it's the exact same scene, exact same clothes, exact same.
But the thing is, with people sometimes think.
And that's fine. I thought it was dope.
They think.
I was like, she appreciates good music.
Of course, it's Rihanna.
Exactly. And so I'm like, what? Dude.
I mean, one of my favorite songs, probably top 10 love song with her in Future. Oh my God, come on!
Yeah.
Like seriously,
Yeah.
When you were in middle school, how were you not singing that song? But when I look back at this year, it reminds me of like of course even with the Nicki drama, it just reminds me of like this has been a good year because of the competition that's here.
Yeah. Like
we got Drake dropping an album, we got J. Cole dropping an album.
There were like 5 albums dropped in the same week.
Exactly. Kanye dropped an album every week that was executive produced by. We got a Nas album for God's sakes. Like it's a beautiful thing because it's like we see. And then what I read was that it was a good year for country too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got apparently everybody got like everybody who's a country fan that wanted their specific artist to come out with something did.
They did. Yeah.
And they delivered.
My thing is, music is music.
Facts.
Whether if you like that one or you don't.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know, the numbers, that shit don't matter.
That's
why.
Yes.
That doesn't matter to me. As an artist, I could see where you'd be like, okay, I'm not number one. But like I said, then be in the studio and work your ass off to get to it. It's
exactly.
Like, okay, that's where that's just my personal, like, preference. But, like, I don't get why Nicki so... And like you said, there's maybe shady shit in the back.
That's something that's probably gonna come. That'll come to fruition. That'll come out, in the light if it does.
But at the end of the day,
her number's not bad.
Yeah.
I've seen people go number one with lower.
Yeah.
Like Travis's Birds in the Trap first week sales was 88,000, and that went number
100,000 more.
That's the problem. So like I said, my problem wasn't with the numbers. My problem was the attitude. Like if I'm working on this album, right? And I'm like, man, this is one, I got hit. This is great. This album is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Goes number 2. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, they cheated, teacher, they cheated. No, I'm gonna be like, all right, maybe it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. Back to the studio.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Or damn, don't go missing for 4 years. Like,
of course, features may do certain
a
things,
little bit,
and she
but I probably
was
can't even name 2.
Post Malone feature.
Okay, I knew that one.
The Meek Mill feature.
I don't know about that one.
This was all in the 4 years. I completely forgot about this. Didn't she release like 4 singles at one time, and they didn't even chart?
I think you're
The
right.
one with there's a one with Drake and Wayne on the same song, and then 2 other ones.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like,
There's
I haven't
there.
heard.
I understand sometimes if you have to take a break from music, if you got personal stuff going on,
Sure.
handle your business.
But then don't come back being a little crybaby.
Because don't think your fans are just gonna sit here and just
Yeah, like they're jumping. Not
Everything
saying,
evolves.
I'm not saying
so.
they're jumping on other bandwagons, but they're
listening to other people. Yeah.
They're like into people like new music.
Yes.
People like new artists. People
Yes.
like you can't.
We like new sounds. We like new different
Yes,
stuff.
and it's like maybe she just didn't deliver a sound that.
I feel like this album is kind of dated.
Premature.
This might sound
That too.
and this is
Yeah.
like I said, this is just me, and this is just my type. Like
This is your opinion. You're entitled to it.
And
Yeah.
like my favorite genre, I love hip hop.
Of course.
Of course,
We've had this conversation.
love hip hop. I
Yes.
love music.
Yes.
I genuinely enjoy
Yes.
music. I love music.
Any concert that you want to go to, Taylor's down for.
Or has already been to it.
Exactly.
Like not kidding.
She will go to an Eagles concert, concert, and then the next week go to like a Drake concert. And
Oh.
and it'll be completely fine
Literally
with her.
seen them. Yeah. So, but I was gonna say, shit. Now I'm lost the train. Squirrel. Yes.
Squirrel.
Shit, I forgot.
Squirrel.
Oh god, it'll come back to me.
But I understand that people want new music. We gravitate toward new stuff. I don't.
What I was gonna say. I feel like Nicki, and I love Nicki, and I loved her first 2 albums for sure. Her sound is just the same to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's still...
There's no progress.
No.
Like Drake gave us R&B. And
Okay,
fucking hip-hop.
how? No, he didn't just give us that, and I'm gonna give him way more credit than I think I should be giving him. Let's be honest here. Drake, not single-handedly, but had a decent big part in bringing of introducing us to grime, which is UK hip hop, back to reggae and dancehall. Like, come on, there's songs like Hotline Bling, which doesn't even sound close to an R&B or a rap record. It sounds same thing with One Dance.
Yes.
That's the point. Like that's what she's saying. Like
You know,
he
but
brings everything to the table, and it's like Nicki,
Because
you
I
sound the same as you did 4 years ago.
It's sad. It's sad.
Like
Because
I love you, but
I love all types of Post Malone. I love him because
Oh my God, I
he goes
love
back to
Post
rock and
Malone.
roll, and because his roots come from like the blues.
Side note: Did you watch him perform?
Yes! Are you kidding me? When he
That
goes
was
to guitar, I was
I
like,
thought that was really
it gave
awesome.
me. I literally have chills thinking about it because I love, because Aerosmith was such a huge part of my childhood, and
This the shit.
it gives me chills because that's just
So good. It was such a great moment.
That is music. Like that is music. Nicki, I'm not taking away from her, but like personally, I don't want to listen. That's not my type of music.
That wasn't my type of music either. I just wish she would have went in a different direction.
Exactly. It's like you've been doing ratchet. Like I wish I would have heard. Okay, because whatever
If you would have came out with Queen 2 years ago, you probably would have still had a #1 album.
because when she came out with the song "Fly," or was it or "Save Me," where she was actually singing, I was like, damn, I love this.
When I heard, my like of her specifically, I did not like when she did Pills and Potions.
oh, I liked it.
I did not like.
I liked it.
I liked Pills and Potions.
I didn't like Pills and Potions. I
No,
just
that's
felt like it
just-
was different.
But she either needs to get on the board, like get on the freaking train, like either evolve,
And that
Or if you're
sounds.
not going to evolve, own it and
Yeah.
be like, this is me. I'm ratchet. I'm always going to be ratchet.
Yeah.
And
Because
my sound
yes.
and my sound
Yeah.
and
And
my
deal-
numbers are still killing it. Congratulations, Travis Scott.
Yes.
And it's like, then deal with the feedback
Yeah.
because you're not bringing to the table what these artists are bringing to the table.
You got guys like Lil Uzi Vert who sold over 100,000 first week and got his first #1 album, and he has been rapping for what, 5 years?
Yeah.
And then what's crazy is that the one of the hit songs off of there, that song, I'm the way it is. I think it's called The Way It Is. The way it is. I could sing it, but I just can't remember the name of the actual song. Where he's talking about you got another life to live. I just know that you'll get it. Like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But like she did a remix to that song and hopped on the remix with that song.
Like, I think if Nicki, because she was gone for so long, okay, if she would have been, and this is me, I don't know, I like when my favorite artists like do covers of my other favorite artists. Like when Post Malone covered Bob Dylan, I was like,
and Fleetwood Mac, by the way.
He wasn't even famous yet.
Yes, facts.
I remember on YouTube, I was like,
this dude's awesome.
I was like, he's covering Bob Dylan. I was like, what the? Not many people listen to Bob Dylan.
Exactly.
That's my boy. And so, like, I had that respect because I know his music goes back to my love music.
And
Nicki, I don't know.
When I heard Beer Bongs and Bentleys, I genuinely enjoyed that album.
Yes.
To bottom.
Yeah.
I really, truly, honestly.
He's just he's a solid person. He doesn't give a shit what you think.
Yeah.
He literally, he gets so much shit and shame.
And that's the thing that he owns it. He owns it.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, and she doesn't know how to deal with it. It's like, you're in the game,
You're a huge name. You're a big name. You have 2 hit songs with Beyonce.
Like, you're gonna have haters.
Yeah, like, you're going to. Like, and you just brought up an excellent point, because there was a screenshot of some fan saying something negative about her, and her jumping right into her DMs, basically clapping back.
Yeah, it's like...
You shouldn't be doing that.
You want to know why? Okay, and this is just one of my biggest fears. I've always wanted to throw my opinion out on Twitter to, like, celebrities, whether it be Kylie Jenner or it be
I do it all the
an
time.
artist. I'm so scared one of them are going to clap back at me and I'm going to go fucking viral, where it's like, oh, well, I clapped at Kylie Jenner because...
You just have to watch how you word it.
Oh, for sure. But
so that way your words don't come back and bite you in the ass.
For sure, but like
I tweeted, I've lost a lot of respect for her. I've lost a lot of respect. You're off your rocker, and I added Nicki Minaj. Not one single barb has hit my DMs.
Yeah, but it's like,
it's sad.
Nicki,
it's sad when sad.
And I hate that she acted like that because I like Nicki.
I do too.
But that just kind of like, because I love Travis and I love what he's doing. I love what he's promoting. Mm-hmm. And it's like her doing what she did. I'm like, ew.
And I think it's also even more.
Like she looks dumb.
And it's making more people just want to
gravitate towards him.
Yeah, and want to listen to his album.
That's why I said she's literally shooting.
And also I just read something, possibly early numbers, that he's possibly going to be taking the 3rd week.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So
at this point, I'm like.
So this is my thing. And this is how we're just going to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Either you nailed it right on the head when you said it. Either you're in the game. Either you're going to evolve or you're going to own up that this is you and I'm not changing for anybody.
Yeah. And if that's the case, and that's why I think that she's like disingenuine, not 100%, but I think she's being disingenuine with her music, because if it was really about the music,
you wouldn't give a shit about
no.
You wouldn't give if you really think this is an amazing album, this is my best piece of work, you wouldn't give
and his is great
fucks.
too.
Yes.
And I'm not evolving. Like, this is me. I
did the best I can do, and it wasn't...
Like, I laid my heart and soul in this album.
Yes, she did. She did say that.
Yeah. And then leave it there.
Yes, then leave it there. Like, okay, all right. Like, and you're just calling people and now you want to point the finger and blame at other people and call people stupid fucks. Like come on.
That's why I think
you got 3 points back at
you. Yeah, like, it's really sad to see that. And that's why I had such a huge problem with this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a really big fan of sore losers.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not.
Who is?
I'm the type of person that if you beat me in something, I'm going to be like, all right, you beat me. Okay? Or we can run it back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
rematch.
Exactly. Or hit a rematch. Like, if you beat me in a game of basketball, I'm going to be like, all right, cool, good game, whatever. You want to run it back? Cool. And if I beat you that one time, cool, it's 1-1. Then we can just... It's just a competition. It's friendly competition. Learn to humble yourself. Learn to humble yourself.
Sit down.
Just learn to humble yourself, and it's just kind of like you have to just learn that you're in a business where opinions mean a lot more than you think, and they can really hurt people. Like so, by you letting these things get to you, it's
only gonna hurt her as an artist.
Her current status in the media is bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Like if you Google just Nicki Minaj right now, it's pretty.
You know how many tweets I saw? Like I laughed my ass off because I'm just like, dude, she literally roasted Stormy. She's not even 3 months old.
Like you're off your rocker, like thinking like there's a lot of people that are out to get me and blackballing me.
Yeah.
No one's out to get you.
Like we love you.
And she claims to be this person for women. She claims to be this person for but you're black, but you can't. But who have you feuded with? You got problems with Cardi. You got problems with Remy. You got problems with Lil Kim. Like, what's the problem here?
And you saying that the new Harriet Tubman,
and then acting like.
First of all, Harriet.
Yeah,
like.
Don't. That is the most. Like that is so disrespectful. That's like.
Do we? I mean, I don't need to give y'all a history lesson, but we all know what Harriet Tubman did.
Yeah, like. And Nicki, what are you doing?
You make music, and
you're acting a fool.
Yes, it's just it's bad. It's
like don't. You telling me that she said that just kind of I'm like my Nicki card's kind of out the.
It's not like I won't check for her next album. I'm sorry.
No.
It doesn't make anybody want to check. There's a lot of people like me that are not gonna have the same respect for her as you.
And honestly, like I said, I haven't listened to the Queen album. And is that because I'm like, ew, fuck Nicki Minaj?
No, absolutely not.
It's just kind of like, I don't really care for her anymore. Personally, her music, I don't personally listen to it.
There's
some songs,
and then I could say the same thing about Mac Miller. Like Mac Miller at one point in time was huge, monster, crazy, right? But he just put out an album, and he was going up against Travis and YG and stuff. But guess what? That's what happens. And what sucks is that he got his own little publicity thing just because he had the DUI, and that just happened. The timing was horrible because it was right after he broke up with Ariana Grande, and her and Pete Davidson like engaged and stuff.
Love him.
The timing was just bad. Yeah. But he does not care about because he knows it's like, oh man, I love this album.
That's the industry.
Yeah.
That's the industry you're in.
Yes.
Like
he's had a number one album.
Yeah.
Max had a number one album.
It's like Nicki, know your role.
Yes, it's just because you, like, we're not telling you to be, like, to stay in your, no, we're not telling you to stay in your place, we're not telling you to do anything. You just have to know, like, this could have happened. You've been at number 2 before. Why is it such a problem now?
Yeah.
That's why I'm so, like, I want to know what her beef is with.
I do, too.
She just thinks she's
Let's call her and ask her.
I would love to. And probably if someone puts this episode right in front of her, I'm probably just gonna come to my house.
Right.
She's probably gonna come to my house. Dude. I'm gonna be like, and I'm FaceTiming one of y'all, and be like, you cannot believe what's going on. Right
my ass is driving over here in the Fiat.
Like, that's just how. This is just my absolute honest opinion, and I took what are facts, which are numbers, which I have right in front of me, and facts that it did debut, that her Pink Print did debut on number 2 on Billboard in 4 years ago, and that Queen did sell 121 total album units and 77,836 pure album sales. That's the facts.
Yeah.
And I think of all people, Smoke Perp of all people, because that's the person that she was talking about, how you got your boy, sticking up for me. He actually, out of all the Xans and lean that man has drank, he actually brought up a serious point. It's called marketing.
Yeah.
It's called marketing.
That's what I'm saying. I like her being gone for so long. Yeah, she might have had a few features, but it's like, okay.
Where's the album?
Yeah. Like, we want more.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, that marketing for sure. And
it's marketing. And that numbers don't lie.
No, and what Travis was doing by selling merchandise, that's genius.
Yes, and the fact that he was like, in the fact that the album itself, if you listen to it, it fits the title because it's based on an amusement park. And you got the beat changes.
Yes. Did you see him perform at the VMAs?
Yes. and he just said, "Hey, #1 album." He doesn't care about this situation.
No.
Because it's like, okay, I'm about to go on a crazy tour with see all of my fans, and we're gonna rage. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he should give himself a pat on the back.
It was a good album.
Like, it was great. Like,
It was a good album. Like, he should. And what's crazy is that
I listened to it over.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? And this didn't even make it worse. Travis made that album in 2 years, and it took Nicki 4 to make, and it took Nicki 4 to come out.
That's probably why she's so salty. I mean,
That's just how it's gonna be.
yeah, it is what it is.
1 hour and 45 minutes of talking to two of my favorite people on planet Earth. Ladies, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And surprise guest,
Yeah.
Taylor Monroe, coming back for like the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th time. She's basically part of the team.
Yeah.
She's basically the part of the team.
I sit in the
So
cockpit.
yeah, exactly. So,
Co-pilot.
there it is. So any last words for basically anything that we've talked about?
I'm trying to think.
Go Astros.
I am declaring it and speaking it,
Go ahead.
and all of your audience can join my train when I get my podcast.
Oh, let's talk about it. Go.
I don't know yet, you know. I almost like had I don't want to say like a dream, but you know, it's like really it's right up my alley. I really want to do it. I don't really know what what is your like your theme? Like how did you just sit down and you're like, okay, I want to start a podcast and it's gonna be about this. I have so many interests.
am taking.
Why can't it be so many
That's what I said.
You don't have to.
I said that.
You don't have to have a specific
Because that's
theme.
what we were just talking about. You can be.
What is Joe Rogan's podcast? It's called the Joe Rogan Show.
Well, he has two, and I've said this too. And then like the more that I've like looked into it, because I didn't want to just start this thing and it.
Joe Budden has a podcast called the Joe Budden Podcast, where Joe Budden talks about whatever he wants to talk about.
That's what I want to do.
Then do
it. Yeah, no one stop
asking and just do it.
No one's
Like,
telling you that
I'm
you
saying,
can do that.
Okay,
That you
I
can.
haven't watched like your first show. I've just watched me and
Which
Taylor.
was Austin Martinez, which actually hit 100 views, people. Thank you.
How did mine hit?
We can actually look at the live numbers right now.
That's
You and Leah's, I think either Leah's, you and Leah's were like neck and neck with each other for a while. No, like, and
That's funny. I'm gonna go like start.
Taylor's episode, which is episode, I want to say episode, season 2, episode 2 is at 89 views right now. And Leah's is at 79.
Haha, bitch.
And Austin Martinez has just hit 100. That's my and my most viewed is 136 with Deontay and Hakeem. There's a lot of really cool. There's a lot of really good episodes on here that I've actually had.
Yeah.
If you really look back at
the thing that I want to do differently, because obviously I'm a visual person, and
if you want to put it on camera, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to do it.
That's
kind of what I'm waiting for too, because I want to know exactly like how to do it. Like I don't want it to be a shit show when I start it.
Oh, of course.
But obviously
you learn, but you're gonna learn some things.
Yeah, of course. But
as I have too.
Yes, I do though want it to be visual, just because I'm visual. That's why I love the Joe Rogan podcast. That's why I love Below the Belt with Brandon Schaub. I can look at them, I can see them, I can see their guests, and that's how I feel like people gravitate towards.
But also, they also have those on the podcast app on Apple.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for
they also do and of course Spotify does podcasts now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I have a lot of people's podcasts.
And the thing is that people who listen to podcasts are the people are just the daily commute people that drive.
That's true too, but
it's like listening to a radio
show.
Exactly.
And I do listen if
that's what my audience. That's what mine is for as well.
Yeah. If I'm like running, like say if it's outside, I love to put a podcast in and listen to it.
Yes.
But when I'm at the gym and I know that I'm about to have to do 45 minutes of cardio, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
No,
oh, okay, gotcha.
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just visual. I would like people to see you know.
as she caresses Taylor's face.
I would like them to see y'all too, you know. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on. So for Christmas, I'm moving out soon. So I'm trying.
That's the perfect time.
Yeah, so I'm trying to just get it all, and I really want like good shit.
Yeah, just make sure you.
I have a lot of good ideas.
You find the message that you want to put out.
I have a couple.
And stick to it.
Yeah.
Because my show is about.
That's what I'm saying.
Is about positivity and the love of hip hop, and I think I hit both bullets in points.
Yeah, you do.
Every time.
Yeah, you do. Of course.
So you know what I'm saying. And I've had, and also it's also a media for battle rap because I've had some of the biggest battle rap names in history, and I've been blessed to have them on my show and call them into my show. So I'm always thankful for that. So whenever I do certain things, and when I do I do actually have videos where you can actually see me, and I do have different videos where I do album review. I did an Astro World album review. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. Check out all my videos if you could. That'd be great.
Check me out.
You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of content on here. So that's just how it is, and I wish you nothing but luck because I feel like you could, of all people that I know, I think you can pull it off. Yeah. I really think you can. I think you and Taylor could actually really do pretty tight. Like
the
you could
Taylor
do some.
And I'm gonna have to get a couple things figured out in my
Y'all
head.
could really take off.
Dude,
That'd be great.
That's what I think. I think so too. And I'm not God, this is gonna. I don't even know if I should say it out loud.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I should say it out loud.
You're scaring me.
No, don't be scared.
You're scaring me.
I don't want to just say it out loud because obviously I'm not full of myself. But okay, people gravitate towards. First of all, we always know what we're talking about on good subjects if we know what we're talking
Taylor's a very good talker, and so are you.
So we can just talk. And so I feel like
This
people
bitch can talk.
Yeah.
I feel like people gravitate towards that, and we're.
Oh my God.
I don't know what you're about to say.
I don't know what
I'm
you're
not
about
saying
to
it,
say.
but I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to get a couple.
I know what you're about to say. Y'all are pretty
Good
good.
looking.
Yes.
Good looking.
It's facts.
Yeah.
It's not. Let's not.
Thanks,
That's
Hunter.
not. That's. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But do it. That's what I thought to myself. I said, I don't care. I don't do this for views. I do this because I just absolutely love
to do it.
Yes, it's fun for me.
I think it's fun too.
It's fun. It's a way for me to connect with my friends. It's awesome. I love it.
It is.
I love it.
Really
And
cool.
you know what I'm saying? And people are starting, more and more people start
And
watching
it's starting
every day.
it's starting to take off right now, especially in our generation. These type of things are what people are gravitating towards.
Yeah, and
I'm about it. I'm so on board with it.
yeah, it's amazing, and I've had so much fun promoting it.
Yeah.
Talking to people who I haven't talked to. I've rekindled friendships. You know what I'm saying? So it's great. I absolutely love if you have something to say and you have a message you want to give to the world, do a podcast.
There you go. Yeah.
Do a podcast.
And I do. I have a really good message.
Yeah, then do it.
Yeah.
Then do it. Look out for that rollout and follow her at
H Bostick 7.
There you go, on everything.
On everything.
And
all
then
my social media.
If you want to, I mean, you're not gonna get as much, posts as Hope may do, but if you want to follow Taylor, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Taylor's.
Catch her at an Astros game.
I don't even know my name.
Really?
Wow.
It's all different.
It is all different.
But Taylor Monroe.
Actually, and if you guys since my Instagram got hacked by a Russian, I know for a fact it was.
Get your boys.
That's funny. And I got hacked by a Russian, so if you are a prominent Instagram user, follow me at the brand new Instagram page _flight_.
I was wondering the other day when you DM'd me why I didn't follow you. Why?
Because it got hacked. It's new. It got hacked. You know what I'm saying? It sucks because I had a bunch of people, but better people are starting to follow me, big name battle rappers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool. That's really
really
cool to
cool.
me. So be on the lookout for Hope's podcast. Catch Taylor at a freaking Astros game. You know what I'm saying? Should we explain that?
No.
It's on the DL.
It's on the
Taylor likes her private
Just
life.
if you see Taylor, tell her say hey. You know what I'm saying? Give her the 2 guns up. Just give her the 2 guns up and say great job. You know what I'm saying?
Just
So,
She's doing great.
lots of big things coming that I really kind of can't speak about because I really want to give you all an actual full rollout of certain things.
Mhm.
So I'd rather just speak with something that's true behind it. So just stay locked, and again,
Yeah, 2019 is the year for me. Not to steal the spotlight on her.
go ahead. No, just listen, man. I've had a great past 2 years doing
Yeah.
this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's fun.
I've
So,
learned a lot from you too. So
Thank you. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that. So for Hope Bostick,
Yeah.
for Taylor Monroe, I'm Hunter Foreman. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Flight 96, and y'all know the slogan: One love. And